you are seeing here are IMSA mechanics in their natural habitat. It's not quite feeding time at the IMSA Zoo, but through the little portal right here, you can hand them bananas and all. Okay, we're just kidding. What this is actually part 2 of our walk and talk with IMSA President John Doonan, going through the paddock here, the garages at Daytona, an amazing 2024 season ahead. But we're going to get going with part 2 here. But do indeed enjoy the observation window with some mighty, mighty, amazing people. We have Porsches. We have a really happy, smiley person who sadly looks a little bit too much like me on the front of this Kelly Moss and Riley Porsche. Then we have possibly the greatest addition to the IMSA grid in many years, that being Rexy. Rexy, though, has some new family.
Yeah, I think Roxy, Spike is over in LMP2 garage area, but what AO Racing has done to lift, I would say, attachment and captivated the minds of our fans, especially the young fans.
They're Hot Wheels.
They are Hot Wheels, is exactly right. And again, another tie to what we're doing on the racetrack to retail, but clearly the 911 GT3R is a staple in the class, and given where we have headed with the BOP process and the engagement and collaboration with all the OEMs, besides the great looking cars, I'm expecting an absolutely incredible battle from start to finish with 11 manufacturers. And if you look around the world where GT3 cars are raced, I don't think there's a bigger representation of manufacturers that'll be competing than here in the IMSA WeatherTech Championship. So really proud of that.
So speaking of proud, we have some hard to miss branding that declares we are in the land of Lamborghini. Iron Lynx, these amazing Huracan GT3 Evos. You look at the 3 beautiful cars here from Iron Dames, right? Iron Lynx. But think about what's coming as well, John, at Sebring. We won't have the SC63 Lamborghini hybrid GTP car here to debut at Daytona. That just makes sure everybody has to show up at Sebring, though, right?
Yeah, for sure. And those who were at the December test here at Daytona International Speedway saw and heard the new GTP car from Lamborghini. We're thrilled to welcome them in the top category, but like you say, they've been a staple in GT, continue to grow. Of course, on the single make side, like Mustang Challenge, like Ferrari Challenge, like Carrera Cup, like Mazda MX-5 Cup. They've done an amazing job with Lamborghini Super Trofeo and tied it all together. But thrilled to have Iron Lynx with us, the Iron Dames team. Obviously a historical win for them last year, and thrilled to tie the 2 together, GT and then up to GTP.
Speaking of Iron Dames, you looked at the initiative here with some amazing women racers. Again, you even see the branding on the car, Women Driven by Dreams. The owners of Iron Dames and Iron Lynx, they're doing big things beyond just the motor racing side.
Thrilled with what Deborah and Claudio have brought to the garage area, to the series, to the paddock. We're talking horsepower here, but they're talking horsepower of a different kind, with some equestrian programs, young women development, which ties directly to what Lynn St. James and her organization have done with Women in Motorsports North America. And of course, as I walk up and down the paddock, the more females involved in engineering, in team, turning wrenches, hospitality, you name it, behind the wheel, we've got it, and we're thrilled that they're a part of it.
And we also have Down Under represented with our friend Kenny Habul, right, Mercedes. This is just a gorgeous, shiny thing, isn't it?
The AMG Mercedes defending race winner with the WeatherTech car last year. They worked hard to get their win. They finally got it last year. But as you know, around the world, this car has had so much success in endurance races, from Bathurst to Nürburgring to Macau, you name it. They've been in victory lane, and really another example of a manufacturer tying their road car bred philosophies to the racetrack and vice versa. So kudos to Stefan Wendel and everybody at Mercedes.
And there's nobody that brings more fun than Kenny Habul, one of the great independent team owners and drivers. We even have some WWF wrist bandage going on in here too. I mean,
Keep the brake fluid in the reservoir.
How could we not love everything they're about? John, we saw the FAF McLaren GTD Pro. The green end plates tell us this is GTD, but here's the Inception team we spoke of with their McLaren busy at work. One of the great parts of this day, this Thursday before the Roar, a lot of little finishing items, whether it's graphics, whether it's tear-offs, whether it's little electronic pieces being put in. There's still a lot of work going on. The cars come here ready, but there's always just a little bit of finishing up work to be done. We see our friends here at Inception as well. An excellent privateer team.
Excellent privateer team. Obviously, Brandon Rebe earned the Bob Aiken Award last year, back for more, and we'll see him over in France in June, which is an exciting part of the Bob Aiken Award. Obviously, Jim Truman Award in LMP2, very similar.
Yeah.
George Kurtz is the winner of that. But you're right, the cars show up prepared. I think an onboard camera from BSI is going in for the NBC Sports broadcast. And this team continues to grow. And I think the other tie for this one is not all of the manufacturers, but almost all, have a GTD Pro effort and a GTD effort, which shows me, again, that tie between the manufacturer supporting customer racing. And that business model works for these race teams, but it works for the manufacturer, and it provides a stable platform, and I think a sustainable platform business-wise to keep everybody involved in the sport.
Another great success story, John. This Kordoff Preston Motorsports team, so much talent, another fine privateer. I love these stories because it is a bunch of good folks, racers, love endurance competition, get a great car like this Mercedes or one of the many models we've seen, and if you have quality people and quality drivers, you can go for victories, you can go for podiums. You don't have to worry about whether you can do that in IMSA. It is possible.
Yeah, one of the core values, as you know, that IMSA was founded on by Bill France Sr. and John and Peggy Bishop was the idea that anyone who wants to go racing can do so at a variety of levels. The underpinnings, the foundation of IMSA certainly is these customer teams, these privateer efforts, certainly matched up with the factory efforts, if you will.
The Ward family here, perfect example.
100%. They continue to be back for more, not only in the WeatherTech Championship, but in the Michelin Pilot Series as well. So a really significant grid, a full selection that if you're a car person and you can't find something here that you don't like, there's something wrong. Another example next door of the Acura, not a program that has a team in GTD Pro, but a long-standing staple with the Acura NSX. And of course, down the road is the black horse, the prancing horse of Ferrari with the 296 GT3, back for more. Expect big things out of the Ferrari this year.
We have Tatiana Calderon here in this 66 Acura as well. Gradient Racing team, just talent stacked upon talent. So happy to see. This is the fun variety where you show up. It's kind of like the first day of school. Yeah. I always think of that a Thursday here at the Roar, right? I mean, look, you get the front of the car fully exposed, all the cool technical stuff you can look at and try and digest.
Yeah, Andrus has done an incredible job with Gradient, and I also expect big things continuing out of anything that he has his hands on.
John, another thing that we love seeing, again, the customer side you've mentioned, or we have the Factory Pro Corvette racing programs here, AWA, another one of the amazing Canadian teams participating in IMSA, a pair of Corvette Z06 GT3s.
Yeah, it gives me chills to know that we've got these foundational teams. They came from LMP3, defending race winners here in LMP3 AWA. Took that next step with a customer program in GTD. So excited to see them. Very striking livery.